Thanks for listening to Get in the Hole, your number one stop for all things in the world of golf. Watch and subscribe anywhere you get your favorite shows on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Google, and more. Just search Get in the Hole. Get in the Hole is the official golf pod of the Underground Sports Philadelphia family of podcasts. Now let's get right into the action. Here's your hosts, Steve McAvoy and Ben Pirro.
Philadelphia, baby, you're going to love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
It's time! I might get shafted by the UFC if this goes live and Dana White listens to it, but it's okay.
Well, Dana White's in a lot of trouble right now, but
really, what's wrong with him?
A video surfaced of him physically assaulting his wife.
Love that. Yeah, just I don't know, the leader of the most violently aggressive sport in the world. No, not big deal. No, totally fine. Welcome in, folks. It's to Get the Whole podcast. Steve McAvoy, Kyle Bennett here, reminding you that the Philadelphia Apparel Company is probably the greatest sports brand on the planet right now, and you can jump in with them 10% off at their website. KB, give us all that info out there.
Yeah, they're the best in the game, guys. Get your merch. Start 2023 off with a bang. And Steve, I'm pretty sure over the next couple of days, I was talking to our perfect merch partner, Tyler, from PHI Apparel Company. Unfortunately, our guy got smacked with the flu. His wife got smacked with the flu. And then he got smacked with the flu again. So he's been like he recovered and then got sick again, whether it was stomach bug or something. So he's been out of commission since Christmas. So it's been a little delay on getting some stuff up. But by the end of the week, I'm told new Get in the Whole podcast hoodies will be available for purchase, which is electric. They're going to be mint. Can't wait to see them. Can't wait to buy.
They're going to be great. I love the love logo.
Yes.
However, I think we might need to just rebrand a little bit for merchandise. Get a little more diverse.
Well, we certainly will. I've just been waiting because each piece of merch takes about a half hour to upload to the website and get it into Shopify. Yeah. So I've been slow on the rollout, but 2023 is here. We're going to get new merch up as well, and it's going to be fire. And you're going to stand out on the course, at the clubhouse, at the bar, wherever you're taking in golf, wherever you're swinging, whether it's Top Golf, no free ads, but, everybody goes out there. You guys can go to PHIapparel.co, use code UNDERGROUND for 10% off any order completely, and it's the most effective and direct way to support everything this podcast is doing and everything Underground Sports Philadelphia is doing. When you buy our merch specifically, but any type of merch, it's a direct support, when you use our code underground for 10% off. So if you want to directly and effectively and efficiently support Steve, myself, and our entire crew, go to phiapparel.co, use code underground for 10% off.
Support me. I need the money. And you wear our stuff, you can be just like Tom Kim. Tom Kim doesn't wear our stuff. However, we lead with probably one of the best sports stories yet. The day Tom Kim rocks some Underground Sports.
The day any golfer rocks Get in the Whole merch.
Well, we're still waiting on getting Ben those polos. And he has promised verbally that he will, in fact, wear them on the course and will be his first sponsor with a little patch to put on his bag. It'll be a whole big thing. But
miss you, Ben. Love you, Ben. Happy anniversary to Ben and Sophia, by the way.
Oh, dude. Love, live, love. Little thing that I find not like a pet peeve, but people whose anniversaries, now granted, they aren't married, obviously they've been dating a year, but you the day you chose to date that person, I feel like the day still holds meaning. I'll be totally frank about it. Like my girlfriend and I at some point are going to get married, right? We're looking at when I'm going to propose to her, when's the engagement day going to be.
And she listens in with a stethoscope on this room right now.
I think, no, actually she's on the couch, I think, reading her book.
That was just a nurse pun.
Probably. I didn't even like that. So, we're thinking about it, but I'm thinking about, what day to do it on. And I feel like people who like get engaged on like Christmas Eve or like New Year's Eve, which I believe is the day of their anniversary. Like me and my girlfriend are different because we actually got together, started dating on March 14th.
Day before my sister's birthday.
Which many people will just think, oh, it's whatever, it's March 14th. It's actually Pie Day. It's also colloquially known as Steak and Blowjobs Day, but I'm not going to get into that.
Smart to do it the day before the Ides of March, too.
Exactly.
You always got to beware.
Exactly.
That's why I always got to be afraid of my sister. She was born on the Ides of March.
However, we did have a small hiatus away from each other, in which case then we got back together. That happened to be on St. Patrick's Day. Probably the worst holiday to have an anniversary on, because it's basically just the one day in the country where everyone just fucking drinks like a hog. Granted, we have a lot of fun. We go out, we drink, we do our thing, but also occasionally we'll like have like a nice dinner. But like people who like get like together on like Christmas Eve and like the 4th of July and New Year's Eve, I don't know. I find it a little tacky. Ben, Sophia, I love you guys. Just little small gripe that I had this holiday season, seeing everybody, even the people who I knew from like high school and college that were like getting engaged like in front of their family on Christmas Eve. That's tacky to me.
So my sister and Matt got engaged on Christmas Eve 2 years ago.
Okay.
Got married on Halloween 2021, which was electric.
Now, all right, there are certain times when you can get married around a holiday season, and it's cool. Like Christmas time, I think would be really cool to get married. Not Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, but like the week before, the week after, because the church is like all like done up. The venue, like a snowy wedding, is kind of lit. Granted, you're in a snowstorm, it's a different story. But like a light, like snowfall, the day of your wedding, taking photos out there. Also, I think your sister and Matt had a great photo. Like Halloween's like fun because like
Halloween wedding was fucking awesome.
Like you can make it fucking crazy. Like didn't he like wear a pumpkin head for one of the
They
photos?
held
like,
the jack-o'-lanterns in front of their faces like the
like,
TikTok
awesome.
trend, yeah. And then it was Harry Potter themed too for everything inside, which was
just
sick.
Make it fucking spooky. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was dope. But my sister and Matt, to wrap that point, they still technically classify like their anniversary like the day they started dating, like 12 years ago, which was May 14th.
Yeah, like
they celebrate all three, but like each one has like a different meaning to them.
Yeah, like to me, I wouldn't. I mean, like once you get engaged, I wouldn't consider our anniversary anymore the 17th. It would kind of just become. It would become whatever that day is, because I feel like already we're like St. Patrick's Day is just like a shitty day to start dating. So that's kind of out of the question. Which we'll usually celebrate actually on the 14th, not on the 17th, knowing that we're doing this. But I don't know, just my little gripe. Anyways, back to Tom Kim, who isn't married but is really fucking good at golf. Just signed with Nike, so he'll be rocking the swoosh ahead of this week's Century Tournament Champions. Congratulations to Tom Kim. Really, really impressed with what he's done. We're going to talk a bit more about him around the horn and discuss a little bit more about what he can do this week at the Century. But
no free ads. Shout out to Nike Golf for listening to last week's podcast.
Yes, I still won't wear you because I'm a UA guy, but
I'm a free agent.
Shut out. I don't know. I'm not a Nike Golf guy.
I'm a free agent, so Nike. If you want to throw the check to me,
you don't golf.
Yeah.
And when I ask you to golf, you refuse to come out.
Yeah, because I'll be embarrassing.
Who cares?
My dignity.
Your dignity. In case you haven't noticed, it's 2023.
Happy New Year, everybody.
2022 feels like a year ago. Yeah, crickets. So with that being said, we talked last week about our New Year's resolutions, but this week we have to now look ahead to the future, see what is in the crystal ball. I don't have one with me, wherever I could find a crystal ball, but we had some predictions. KB, picks for the majors. Man. A little bit of a precursor to what beer money is going to be, because we're going to talk a little bit of betting now, give you a little bit of an idea where the odds currently sit. You could probably imagine who sits where on the odds boards for each event, but with this year particularly, and we did this last year. it's each golf course is built around certain ideas. So, like the PGA Championship for the last 2 years has been a significantly long golf course. Went from Kiowa to Southern Oak to Southern Hills. Super long golf courses, meant for the long hitters, but also could play well for shorter guys. Like Phil won, obviously, 2 years ago. The U.S. Open is typically the lowest scoring major. Played at some really challenging golf courses, Torrey Pines in the past. We've seen the PGA, the U.S. Open recently come to the Country Club in Boston. I think like back in 2014, I believe, Justin Rose won the U.S. Open at like 1 over par. So the U.S. Open is particularly probably the hardest event of the year. The Open, obviously, is totally different from what you see in America because it's link-style golf. It's not very foresty or woodsy, but comes with the caveat of super thick rough, maybe some water here and there, and just really shitty weather and bad wind. And then, of course, the Masters is the Masters. It will never really change. It isn't necessarily the hardest golf course on the planet. It's hard, but in terms of the difficulty of some other events that you see during the regular season, Augusta doesn't totally fit the bill. However, Augusta is changing a few holes this year. They've been under massive construction for the last 6 months. So looking forward to seeing what they can pull out come April. But the current stops for the majors this year in 2023, I'll read them off to you and kind of give you an idea of each golf course itself. So in 2023, we're going to go to Oak Hill on the East Course, which is going to be up in Rochester, New York, all the way up by the, not like Canada border, but like pretty damn high up there. That'll be for the PGA Championship. So long golf course, hilly, rugged weather. Obviously, if you know anything about upstate New York and Rochester particularly, the Catskill Mountains, the Adirondacks, everything kind of meets in the middle. And Rochester is also a little closer to Buffalo, so it's going to be a challenging golf course overall.
Good old Roch Vegas.
What?
That's what they call it, Roch Vegas.
Roch Vegas. The U.S. Open, the LA Country Club, we've seen it in the past, very close to like Riviera, and then also a very challenging golf course to win is Riviera itself. But like just to give you an idea of future sites for the U.S. Open and how hard it is to win the U.S. Open, LA Country Club, Pinehurst number 2, Oakmont, Shinnecock, Pebble Beach, Pinehurst again in 2029, Marion, Pebble, Oakmont, Oakland Hills. Like these are challenging golf courses where there are some pros who will win this event 1 over 2 or par. It's incredibly challenging. The Open in 2023 is going to be going to Liverpool. Shout out to my boys over at Liverpool, even though they lost to Brentford the other day. Challenging, tough loss for Jurgen Klopp. Was not a good side. And then, of course, Augusta for the Masters. With that being said, each golf course kind of helps a certain golfer. We're going to start from Augusta and work our way down. And we're going to give you our prediction for who we believe is going to win each event early on, and maybe do a little bit of futures betting and some wagers here if we can come up with a pretty good answer. And we lead with the Masters coming up the first weekend of April. As of right now on the odds board, Rory comes in at number 1 at plus 850, John Rahm plus 1,000, Scotty Scheffler plus 1,300 with Cameron Smith. Obviously, like we had said, live players will in fact be playing at Augusta. Justin Thomas is plus 1,500, and Will Zalatoris 2 years ago, the runner-up, at plus 1,900. If you want me to find you another player, please let me know. But who do you think will win the Masters this upcoming year?
I kind of like those JT odds. I kind of really like those JT odds. It's one of those things that like you just get a feeling about a guy, and 2023 feels like a JT year.
You know what the problem is? There's so many guys that I think have a really good shot. And there's also a lot of golfers, and the guy who I think will win, that to complete a Grand Slam, there's a lot riding on, like, just winning, right? You go out there, you're under probably the most pressure of your career at that weekend because it's like, hey, you need to win this in order to join, 5 golfers to ever win the Triple Crown. You're going to join, like, the elite of the elite. I think Rory McIlroy is going to win the Masters. I think in my heart of hearts, I usually would never bet for the leading guy, but at plus 850, the odds books already know that he's the best golfer in the world. He's obviously the world number one. John Rahm's been incredible this fall swing. He's done some great things in Europe. There's something about Augusta National and Rory McIlroy that's always made sense, and Rory always finishes in the top 5. And we talked about it when we had our live show. Rory loves backdoor top 5s in every major. I'm going to actually pull up his results at Augusta. He is just so talented. I don't see if at some point in his career he's going to have to win. He's going to have to win that event. I don't see how he doesn't. And I'm telling you, in his last, where we go? All right. Since 2010, let's just say, tied 69th, tied 15th, 40th, 25th, 8th, 4th, 10th, 7th, 5th, 21st, 5th, 67th, didn't have a great 2021, and finished in 2nd in 2022. I can absolutely see him, assuming he has 2 or 3 good weeks and possibly a win under his belt by the time you get there, Rory could win it.
Yeah, there are 5 modern Grand Slams and then the one original back in 1930, which was Bobby Jones in 1930. Ben Hogan's modern.
Oh, really? Okay. So hold on. 40s and 50s. I'm just going to take a jab.
Yeah.
Tiger, Jack.
Correct.
Hogan.
Correct.
Bobby Jones.
Bobby Jones is the original.
So there's 6, right? Or 5 technically?
5 for the modern Grand Slam, yes.
Arnold Palmer?
No,
he missed 1.
I think you might get one of them. I don't know if you'll get the last one.
Gary Player.
Correct.
I don't think Seve definitely doesn't. Oh God, Fuzzy wouldn't have it. So I'm trying to think of like who's close. Fred Couples was close. He had 2.
It's an old player.
Give me like a range.
20s and 30s.
20s and 30s.
Yeah.
It isn't what's his name? Varner.
No.
Harry Varner? No. Is he American or is he?
Yes.
All right. I'm thinking. Gene Sarazen?
Bingo!
Jesus Christ!
What a pull!
That was. I'm like, there aren't many other 30s golfers that I know except like Walter Hagen.
Well done. Yeah, Sarazen won the Masters in 1935, the U.S. Open in 22 and 32, the Open in 1932, and then he won the PGA in 22, 23, and 33.
I know he's like the modern day pioneer of like the best PGA championship player of all time, but I could have swore he was at least one off. How much did Arnold Palmer win? He had to. I know he missed by 1.
And then Bobby Jones's Grand Slam was just different events than.
Yeah, I mean, Arnold Palmer finished 2nd 3 times at the PGA Championship. That's what it was. Okay. Jeez, that sucks. I'm also surprised Sam Snead hasn't won more of those events.
Jack and Tiger have 3 Grand Slams each, and then the other 3 guys only did it once.
Yeah, Sam Snead's got 3 wins. He has 1 at the Open, 3 wins at the Masters and the PGA, and then he has 4 T2s at the U.S. Open. That sucks. That's tough, dude.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Jack and Tiger have both won the Masters in 3 different decades.
Yeah, they're the only players to ever do it. Crazy. I think that they actually might be the only players to ever win a major in 3 different decades.
Tiger's done 2 different centuries.
Or no, Phil's probably. I think Phil's done it in 3 different decades. Because Phil won. Yeah, because Phil won in the 90s, I believe. 2000s. Or no.
Well, Jack won all of his majors that he's won outside of the Open. He won at least one in 3 different decades.
Phil's won. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So Phil's won in every decade because he won in 99 or no, because he's never won the U.S. Open. So he won in 2004, 2005, 2006. So he won in the 2000s. He won in 2010s, and he won in the he won in 2021. So, or he's the only golfer to ever win in the last 3 decades. I think Tiger's won in 90, 2000, and the 2010s.
Correct.
Yeah. So he's the only player to have won in the last 3 decades. That makes sense.
Yeah, because Tiger has 97 and 99, and then obviously the 2000s, and then 2019 for the Masters.
Man, fuck Phil Mickelson.
Muck Phil Pickleson.
Dill Pickles. Whenever I hear that, I'm like, Dill Pickles. All right. From Augusta National, you're taking JT at what's those odds?
1500.
That's pretty good. So I'll ride with Rory there. The PGA Championship, Rory McIlroy comes in plus 1200. John Rahm plus 13. The odds are very similar across the board, obviously, as you could tell. At 1500 is JT and Scotty Scheffler. JT, of course, the incumbent from that year. Cameron Smith at plus 1900 with Jordan Spieth. Spieth's really high here. Morikawa, DJ, Schauffele, Cantlay, all at 2100, and Zalatoris at 24. And then you start getting into the 30s. Who do you think will take home the PGA Championship this year?
I don't know why Colin's name spoke to me when you were rattling off names there, but I'm gonna go Colin Morikawa.
There's only one guy who I'm like, I actually, not that I think that every single golfer I'm going to take is going to win like a Grand Slam,
Right?
but like, there's a reason why every single year, like without fail, Jordan Spieth manages to crack the top 5 of every PGA Championship list. He needs to win it, and at some point he's going to do it. Question is, like, where does he kind of fit into the current hierarchy of golfers, and where will he stand come May when he's going to be against the best competition in the world and probably a very hot Justin Thomas coming off of probably another great performance at the Players, probably a really good Masters run. I think Colin's got a chance, but the PGA, again, known for long golfers, Jordan Spieth kind of fits it there. However, I think this is the second event Scotty Scheffler is going to win a major. And I think he's one of the longest golfers in the field, easily by far.
And
really, if it isn't Scotty Scheffler, honestly, for me, it's John Rahm. Or if for some reason Rory McIlroy just comes into this season and just obliterates everybody, which granted he's already got a win technically in this season if you count the CJ at Summit. Went back to back too on that one. I mean, why not? It's gonna be somebody. It's gonna be one of the longer hitters. I think Jordan's got a shot. If I'm gonna throw in somebody else like a live guy, probably Dustin Johnson is the best shot. He's by far the best live golfer out there. That is again if they do allow live golfers to play, they did last time, but we'll see if for some reason they happen to change hands here. The U.S. Open. Again, there are guys who need to win the U.S. Open. One of them is Phil Mickelson. If it happens to Phil, I mean, that's just like nuts. It won't, honestly. It won't. But at the same time, though, odds right now, Rory plus 950, Scotty Scheffler plus 1200 with JT and John Rahm. Wow, they're all way up there. Cameron Smith at 1700 with Xander Schauffele. Matt Fitzpatrick, the runner, the incumbent from last year, plus 1900 with Cantlay and Victor Hovland, plus 2300. Morikawa, Zalatoris, and Spieth all at 2400. And Dustin Johnson and Sam Burns at 2800. What do you think?
I'm going long shot on this one just because he's my guy and I want to see him succeed in 2023. It's going to be 2020Z. Give me Will Zalatoris.
The U.S. Open is the hardest one to win, and you need everything working. And I'm actually going to go with the longer odds here. As somebody who has proved to me over the past year that he's a long driver, he's an accurate driver, he's a good approach player, and he's really good in the greens. At some point, everything's going to click at the right time. I think Tony Finau is going to really figure it out. It's going to really just come down to the putter, really, because the accuracy game has been getting there. He's been one of the most accurate approach players on tour this year. If it isn't Finau, I think it's Colin. And if it isn't Colin, and we want to kind of dig down here, Tom Kim's going to win a major at some point this year. I would expect Tom Kim to be in contention for at least one major. It actually very well could be at Augusta. I think the pacing is going to be really there. But Tony Finau's plus 3,600.
I like that.
That's pretty long odds for somebody who was as good as him, and as I believe like it's like 1/9 of the last 35 PGA Tour events in terms of win share. Like a ridiculous sum. Finally, the Open. Who else but Rory? They're going to be in Liverpool. He's from Northern Ireland. He isn't very far away. Rory plus 800. Rahm plus 1,200 with Cameron Smith. Scheffler plus 1,400. JT and Jordan Spieth plus 16. Schauffele, Fitzpatrick, Cantlay, 2022 and 27. DJ 27. Colin 27. And Shane Lowry, the Irishman, 27. What do you think for the Open?
Good for Shane Lowry getting in the mix there. Make this a little asterisk. I think Shane Lowry's going to get a top 10 in this, but I think Rory's going to win this one.
I love Europeans winning European majors.
Same.
When Colin won and beat Jordan Spieth, all right, cool. But like, there's something about someone in their home country winning. I want to double check and make sure that I know where he lives, or I go saying what I think I'm going to say. Where is he from? Oh, perfect. The arch rival. Matt Fitzpatrick's going to win the Open. He doesn't live in Liverpool, but he lives in Sheffield, which is pretty damn close.
He lives in Scotty Sheffield.
He's basically like the hometown kid to a degree. I don't know if any golfers live in Liverpool.
I'll fact check.
The only people that I know from Liverpool are the Beatles, which is about it. Oh well, actually, Tyrrell Hatton lives close, but he lives in Buckinghamshire, in High Wycombe.
When you Google golfers from Liverpool, they say Tommy Fleetwood is the first one that pops up.
That's the most accurate thing I could have ever heard. That just sounds like it's right.
Yes.
You look at Tommy Fleetwood and he screams like a northern Englishman.
Tommy Fleetwood.
Tommy Fleetwood's from Southport, Merseyside. Where the fuck is that? Oh, all right, yeah. So it's like down the road.
Yeah, a hop, skip, and a jump.
Literally a little hop, skip, and a jump. He used to go play golf over by the Seafarers. Southport.
Yeah. And then Nick Doherty, who's retired.
Don't care about him. The Rangers are 5-3 on the Hurricanes. Nice. How the Flyers doing? How's Carter Hart?
The who?
Catafat.
And then apparently Tommy Fleetwood, even though he's from Liverpool, he's an Everton guy.
That's a shame.
Go listen to Top Pins.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Although I must say the first footballer that I truly loved in the game, aside from Luis Suarez, which made me a Liverpool fan, was Romelu Lukaku when he was like 21 years old and just came up to Liverpool to Everton.
We have so many Liverpool fans that work for this company.
I love Liverpool.
Matt's a Liverpool fan. Obviously, my sister is. There's definitely somebody else.
Dom's definitely like a Italian soccer fan.
Yes, he's an AC Milan fan.
Oh, bullshit.
It was great for the brand when they won. No, he's been a Milan fan since I've known him when we were in 6th grade.
I support one Italian club, and it's because my family's from Napoli. So, Viva Napoli, right?
I'm trying to think. There's definitely somebody else that is a Liverpool fan that works for us.
I got into soccer because a friend of mine showed me a montage of Luis Suarez, and I used to play with him on FIFA, and then I really just got into like Liverpool, and I became a fan. And then once they got Roberto Firmino, I was like, yeah, this is lit.
I like Mo Salah.
Mo Salah's great.
He's great.
He's racist, but he's great. Sorry,
he's great.
He isn't racist. He's just he's anti-Semitic.
Yeah,
which I'm not gonna like blame him. Like he's from Egypt, so
can blame him, but
I mean he's Palestinian.
It's a built-in thing.
He's Palestinian.
Yeah, free Palestine.
Yeah, I mean I don't support a side, but I don't support a side. But anyways,
peace and love. Peace and love.
The coexist.
Shout out Phil.
Shout out Phil Mickelson with the bumper sticker on his
coexist.
Car. If Phil Mickelson doesn't make another cent in his life, what kind of car would he drive if he had nothing?
A Prius.
I would see him driving like a town and country.
Well, as much as the stock continues to drop, he might be driving a Tesla.
Whip a Tesla.
Somebody we know should get the coexist thing like stitched on their bag.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Do you know how ugly that looks? Like it looks so gross.
Or get like a coexist like towel.
A towel, maybe. Maybe I'll do that.
Which I may or may not be looking into for 2023. Getting the whole golf towels. Stay tuned.
That would be pretty lit.
So,
all right. Well,
you heard it here first.
We're tangenting right now. Those are our picks for the majors. If you want those, listen back, and you can learn all about them. We'll be posting those on social as well.
Social media.
Another 2023 look ahead. I tweeted this out, and I wanted to bring it up because I really do think that we're going to see all of these happen, one of which I literally just said. Top 5 things that I want to see in 2023. Tweeted this out on the Get in the Hole Twitter. Go like that. Go socialize it because I'm fully confident and think all 5 of these will happen. The U.S. will win the Ryder Cup on European soil in Rome this year. The U.S. has not won a Ryder Cup in Europe in, I believe, 12 years. Has to happen at some point. They're either tied or lost to the English. They're a star-studded team. Now the European Ryder Cup team is kind of short-staffed because they no longer have Sergio. They don't have Ian Poulter. They don't have Lee Westwood. So now they got to rely on new talent. They're going to obviously have Tommy Fleetwood leading the pack. They're going to be working with John Rahm. So they have talent there. And then, of course, Rory. But outside of that, the talent pool kind of dies out after, like, I don't know, Shane Lowry. Meanwhile, the American side, you could rattle off guys in the top 25 of the world rankings. They honestly don't even need Dustin Johnson or Bryson DeChambeau because they're going to have a slew of other guys coming up the pipeline. So that's my 5th thing that I'll see, which would be probably the last thing we'll see this season. I want to see, and I don't know if it'll happen, but I'm confident we'll see some sort of thing. PGA versus Live. I would love to see like a charity event like the match, and it be like two representatives from the PGA or 3 or 4, whatever it is, play against 4 representatives from Live.
For charity, I don't see it happening, but for it happening, yes.
For superiority?
Please. Yeah. For
like, give me Rory, JT, you kind of need Jordan Spieth. He's low key like Captain America. I think Scheffler's too young to get involved in this. I would probably put like
he's like the Avengers recruiting the next guy. Like he's like Tony Stark recruiting Peter Parker.
The question really becomes: do you put Tiger Woods there?
No,
and I simply don't know that because for Liv,
Tiger's got to be like the Nick Fury.
Yeah, like
when you're talking Avengers wise, yeah,
the coach of the team. On Liv, I'd want to see Dustin Johnson. I want to see Bryson, Joaquin Neiman, and Brooks is washed. And probably someone young. Oh, Cameron Smith.
Yeah. And then Phil is the coach.
Tiger Phil. Finally, we're getting that. If Augusta National does not give us a Tiger Phil pairing, at the very least.
We need to recreate the Captain America Civil War poster, but that. And then the big faces instead of Tony Stark and Steve Rogers, it's Tiger and Phil.
I'm gonna start. You know what? I'm gonna start that, and we're putting that on a shirt.
That'd be fire.
We're gonna put that on a shirt.
It might be limited release because
I definitely want to make shirts that like capture moments in golf, like literally like how Friday Beers does just the shirt with the little box and it has like the image. I would love to just like have Tiger at the 2019 Masters just like this, like on a shirt.
Yeah.
I
thought of something pretty cool for
also at some point
too.
At some point, I'm 10,000% going to release a Thomas the Dank Engine shirt with Tom Kim on it.
I thought of a good shirt like merch capsule for golf when we were talking about the majors. So stay tuned for that, and I'll tell you what it is when we're off air.
Speaking of the majors, like we said, Augusta's coming up. We're done with this 2023 look ahead. We're talking about what's happening now in the world of golf. Hashtag @NotScottStallings got invited to the Masters. If you've been living under a rock and don't know this, golf.com reported on this first. Scott Stallings, a 24 handicapper from Georgia, received a letter in the mail. He was invited to Augusta National. The one thing is that he is not the Scott Stallings on the PGA Tour. That Scott Stallings lives in Tennessee. The irony, though, is that both of them have wives named Jennifer. So when you first receive the letter, you're like, "Oh, wait a minute, this is weird." Then again, he had to have known that he was most certainly not the Scott Stallings we're talking about. But when a letter is signed to you that says, "Dear Scott and Jennifer," it's a little bit like sus. It's very weird.
He shouldn't have said anything and just showed up.
I think it was like Shane Bacon was like, "How funny would it be if this just absolute sandbagger just showed up to this golf course?"
He should show up, and if the Masters and Augusta National want to do right, he's invited as just special invite guest.
They should give him tickets,
yeah. Like he should be at the event the entire weekend.
That would be awesome.
Like being part of like not like the media coverage, but you know what I mean? Like he should be involved in some capacity.
Can Scott Stallings, the fake one, @NotScottStallings, take like a celeb shot like in beer pong for Scott Stallings? Caddy for a hole?
I was going to say he should be his caddy.
No, you can't. Maybe like for a hole on the opening day. I wouldn't go any further than that, though. That's a little much.
Yeah, then it's like Make-A-Wish. No,
but
it's Make-A-Wish. But
not Scott Stallings DM'd the Scott Stallings and said, "Hey, just want to let you know I got this. I will like one day ship it over to you." But like also like he opened everything. Like you don't get a letter from Augusta National and like naturally you want to open it, but like it isn't for you. Like why would you open it? He literally like sent him photos and everything. Was like, "Oh yeah, like here's everything." Like took the letter out and everything else, and then he said, "Not BSing you. This is totally legit." And Scott was like, "All right, sure, shit, I'll do it."
We should get not Scott Stallings on the show.
That'd be so funny.
That should happen.
Can I find him? Let's see if I can like find him on like Instagram because I'm pretty sure he found him on Instagram. Hold on. Scott Stallings.
Also, when I read this in the rundown, I thought, like, my brain was just like, why is the lead singer from Creed getting invited to Augusta? But that's Scott Stapp.
Scott Stapp is his name?
Stapp, yeah.
All right, so Scott Stallings is... All right, so I see his name. All right. Oh, hold on, I think I found him. J.W. Stallings. Oh wait, no, never mind. That's his wife. Damn it.
Well, there's a liaison.
I'm gonna have to find Yeah, I'm gonna find him and I'm gonna ask him to come on the show. That'll be amazing.
Yeah, we need to have not Scott Stallings on the show and part of like the Getting the Whole podcast universe.
That'll
well,
be.
I found the screenshot in the ESPN article, so I can see the profile picture.
Yeah, so we'll do some blowing up and we'll try and. Now, is that Twitter or Instagram? Could you tell?
It looks like
Instagram, right?
Instagram. Yeah, it's Instagram.
Yeah. All right. So I think we're certainly going to be able to find this guy, and if we do, like, it's going to be the funniest like witch hunt of all time.
Yeah, that's gotta happen. We gotta have not Scott Stallings in our universe.
What does his profile picture look like?
It looks like him and his wife at like some sort of event. It looks like boat flags almost behind them.
Boat flags behind them. Okay.
They've also got their beverage of choice cans in their hands. He's in like a navy polo.
Did I just find him?
And sunglasses. And she has like a gray shirt on.
I found him.
Let's go! Let's go! Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Scott Stallings.
What an icon.
Actually, really cool. Received a signed flag from Scott Stallings. Oh yeah, here actually put out a tweet a post 6 hours ago. It is official. We've been invited by Scott Stallings to meet him and his wife Jenny for dinner and attend some of the practice rounds. This is a bucket list check mark, and then some. We're truly grateful for the opportunity to fulfill this dream. What would really bring us a full circle is seeing the other Scott Stallings in the green jacket. Wow, this is like one of those like story moments.
If Scott Stallings wins the Masters, this is gonna be a Disney original movie.
This guy also posted him at the UPS store shipping off the letter.
Let's go. Yeah, we need not Scott Stallings.
That's some fucking precious cargo, bro. Oh my god.
He's got to be part of our universe.
He's a sailor, a realtor, an egghead, husband, father, and papa.
I was right about the
I love
the boat
that.
flags.
That's so funny. I actually can't. I freaking found him.
We need him on the pod.
All right, hold on. I'm going to send you his profile.
I will.
Wow, this is like revolutionary. All right. Anyways,
we found not Scott Stallings before we found the LIVGolf burner account on our YouTube channel,
and we found him in like 5 minutes. By the way,
go subscribe to the YouTube channel.
The LIVGolf burner is Patrick Reed because that guy's an asshole.
Oh, 100%.
Costco. Segues are weird. Leaked a version 2, which means this has been in production for a while. Golf Digest posted Jonathan Wall, the gear expert, said they are releasing an iron set. Now, I am not a Costco guy in terms of their golf equipment. Their balls are good. Out of context, that sounds really weird. Their putter basically looks like a mini Scotty, which I would consider playing with it if I ever had the opportunity. Their wedges are a little too heavy for me, but these are some pretty nice ass looking golf clubs. Tungsten steel. They look forged. Has the nice etched in Kirkland signature logo. Hold on, I'm going to see if I can share my screen and show you this image. Yeah, right here. So this is what we got. This is the Kirkland signature irons as per golf.com. So pretty cool.
I like the color of the metal.
Yeah, like a nice tungsten gray.
Such a gross word though.
Tungsten.
Ugh.
Trying to see if there's so this is what it is according to Indie Golf. The version 2. These are their wedges that they have, which are like okay. They're a little heavy for me, but their putter, if they have a photo of it, they're not. But yeah, no, these are sick. And they're also totally sanctioned by the USGA. So pretty hype.
Nice.
So
shout out Costco.
That's
no
your news.
Free ads.
Final little bit of news before we jump to a break here. We've already been at it for quite a while. I got my first win in PGA 2K23.
Let's go. Ace Cam.
I got demolished when I posted about my first ace. Everyone's like, "Oh, lucky fucking shot, bro! You suck. Crucify this man for his take. Not a true ace." I'm like, bro, I will 1,000% admit it was fucking luck. I've been playing for an hour.
Right.
I couldn't figure out the swing mechanic for like 10 minutes. Like, I was like, if you looked at the video, I was like 7 over par. Like I was playing like myself. Like, give me a goddamn break.
Got the dub.
These fucking streamers, bro, they gotta touch grass.
I got told to touch grass this weekend on Twitter, and I think that's how I know I've made it on social media. Dude. By Giants fans, by the way. By Giants fans, I got told to touch grass.
We aren't the nicest people on the planet.
Because I said what your favorite player, Kayvon Thibodeau, did was disgusting and
that was
disrespectful
awful
act.
Timing.
And then I was told to touch grass because of that.
No, the streamers really do gotta like touch grass. Bro, you don't do any exercise. You sit there and you play video game golf.
I want to get your opinion. I got our good pal Pat Pitts, who filled in before you came on board hosting the show. He thinks I should do it, so I want to get your. I was thinking about like going tomorrow since I'm off from the day job, just going outside in my front lawn and just taking a selfie of me like touching the grass and then quote tweeting all the tweets and said, "New year, new me."
Yes.
All right, it's gonna happen.
Fuck the haters.
We're gonna troll the trolls.
Fuck the haters and fuck the magazine haters. With that being said, we're going to take a short break. We come back. The Century Tournament of Champions, we're going to give you a full breakdown. Everything you got to know. We're going to look at the field. We're going to discuss some prop bets. And, of course, the first beer money of 2023.
More beer, wide.
More beer. We'll be right back. Don't you dare go anywhere. Welcome back in to the Get in the Hole podcast. If you couldn't tell yet, I've been watching Peaky Blinders, and it's been probably the best journey of my life. I bought a tweed cap on Amazon. I already own the jacket. I went to work today, and I walked through Manhattan playing that song. I felt like a badass.
Oh, speaking of you, I was cleaning my room. Well, shout out to my mom. I came home to her cleaning my room, and I found something in my room that belongs to you. That has been here since April. Your lav mic.
Yeah, my lav mic.
It's still in good hands. It's still protected.
You know what, bro? Take it.
My mom said, should we mail it to her? I was like, I go to Long Island enough. I'll see Steve again. It's not like I'm never going to see Steve again.
Keep it, bro. Keep it.
It's just a company lav mic.
You could just pay, yeah. Just, you know what? As repayment for it, just bring me home some Kenny's.
Fair.
Which you still haven't done yet, but then again, it's okay.
I got to reach out to them now that the New Year's here, but I haven't been to Philly because the Wings haven't had home games yet.
Yeah.
But in the next couple weeks, I should be restocking.
Which, by the way, at some juncture, I have to come for some sort of a Philly sporting event, and I would really like to go actually for the first Phillies Mets series because that would be just epic.
Yeah, because I think Pitts is coming for Phillies Red Sox. I think
that would be awesome, and I believe first series will be. They don't play for a while.
Well, we also have, shout out to Kenny, a little early ad read here. We have our opening night live podcast tailgate on April 8th, 2023. Ken would be a part of that. So if you're in the Philadelphia area and you're a Phils fan, want to come see the Phillies wallop on the Cincinnati Reds in Trey Turner's first home series as a Philadelphia Philly.
They don't play in Philadelphia until June.
I like that. We played too early, like too many times last year.
Yeah.
Like we played like 3 or 4 series by the time Memorial Day rolled around against you guys.
Dude, the Mets schedule is freaking weird though. They start their year on the road against Miami, go to Milwaukee, come home to play Miami and San Diego, and then they go on the road for a 14-day West Coast road stand at the beginning of the year. What an oddball scheduling choice.
We start with interleague play this year, so
With who?
Your good friend Jacob deGrom and the Texas Rangers.
Oh. You know what? I might come and I might just fucking bash.
Well, we're on the road.
Man.
We're in Texas to start the
Fuck them. Fuck them.
We play Cincinnati to
You know what? Look, I don't hate the Phillies. I just hate Phillies fans.
But you love me, so
I have a lot of respect for the players on the Phillies, particularly Zach Wheeler, who I absolutely adore.
I love him. He's my baby boy. I love Zach Wheeler.
I don't know why.
We have 2. I didn't even realize we have 2 series that we start on the road. We play at Texas and then at the Yankees.
I don't know why they opted to get rid of Gene Segura. Anyways,
because we signed Trey.
The Century.
I love Gene.
Tournament of Champions, the first event of the 2023 PGA Tour calendar. 34-man field, the largest we've ever seen at this event. Obviously, those who do partake are past winners from this past season. So you'll be seeing a pretty relatively diverse grouping here of players, with also additional players who did not win, however, qualified through new rules per Jim Monahan's rule changes that took effect as of January 1.
And it's a career creature crown event.
It is, yes. It is a career creature crown event. Technically, because it's a whale's tail, but like, it's also just a
pretty cool
fast trophy.
So cool.
Now, this is really cool. Limited event, 34 guys, no cut. The odds right now that we see are via some sports books as of Sunday, so things have changed. Par 73, 7,500 yards, very gettable. You can imagine the kind of grass that's out at Kapalua nowadays. As you would imagine, it's probably the one that sounds the most Italian. What? Hawaiian. Hoa Anua, or just Poa grass. The Plantation course usually sees winners around 20 under par or better, so we're going to talk a little prop bets and give you some insight as to how many guys are going to finish as far as that goes. Past winners, I mean, Cameron Smith last year won alongside John Rahm and Matt Jones, were the first time 3 players ever broke PGA Tour record for a 4-day event, all finished at better than 30 under par. Prior to that was Dustin Johnson at the Northern Trust. Cameron Smith won 34 under. Rahm and Matt Jones won 33 under. Prior to him, Harris English won at 25. Justin Thomas, the only player to win at Kapalua in the last 10 years and not finish better than 20 under par. He finished at 14. And then Schauffele, DJ, JT, and Spieth won at 30, 22, 24, and 23 under par, respectively. So again, par 73, a little bit unconventional. A lot of undulations across this golf course. A lot of relatively flat greens, but it's the approach shots that are really going to get you over the top here and get you the win. Let's look at the field. Who has the juice? Where's the corn kid meme? I totally forgot to include it. As I pull up the corn kid meme, actually, I'm not gonna do it.
I'll do it in post.
Yeah, let's do it. Who has the juice? We have 2 guys apiece that we're gonna break down here and give you guys who had really good fall swings, have been playing really well even over the last 6 months, let's just say, and guys that we think have the juice going into Kapalua and will dominate the field. And I'm going to lead off with the guy that I think currently has the best odds at plus 800, and I think can very well win this event. John Rahm has been on a bender. In Europe, he had 3 wins. He won the BMW PGA. He won the Spanish Open. He finished, I think, no worse than top 7 in every single event that he had in Europe, which was like 6 events. He went absolutely AWOL, dominated, barely really played in America. But he's finally getting back to that form that we were expecting of him going into last year, and he kind of just flopped. I've been saying this for a long time, and I got shit on by John, I got shit on by Ben, I got shit on by you for it. I don't think Jon Rahm has the true clutch gene that we always associate with.
I don't think I ever shit on players. You for that.
I think you might have.
No, because I said it's been a while since I heard Jon Rahm's name.
Yeah, Jon Rahm had one win last year, and I believe it wasn't even the U.S. Open. 2 years ago, his lone win was the U.S. Open. Last year, he only had one win as well at the Mexico Open, and honestly, the next best player in the field that year was Carlos Ortiz. So I don't want to hear anything about him being able to win events against really just lower class fields. He's a top 10 machine, but he hasn't been able to get over the hump. Now in Europe, in a relatively strong field, not necessarily PGA Tour top talent, but still knocked out a pretty good handful of top 50 players in the world to get all of these wins. I think Jon Rahm is a really good shot here to win, has been on fire, and I think he's been a phenomenal athlete over the last 3 months and has really kind of shown it in what we've seen. Really good approach play, really good putting, and the driver has been just exceptional. So Jon Rahm is my first guy. I will then turn it over to you for your second.
I mean, he's our guy. He's been on fire. His drip unmatched, and it's Tony Finau.
I still don't own his sweater.
We still gotta buy those. That's gonna be epic the day that we wear those on the show. Like,
my God.
Tony Finau, man. I mean, what more can you say? He absolutely has been one of the hottest golfers on the planet. He's playing like the best golf of his career. And when somebody is in that mode, kind of hitting that stride, it's tough to pick against them.
As they said in Hercules, the man's on a roll.
We're going to get so demonetized, even though we're not a monetized channel. As my 11th grade math teacher said, he's like butter because he's on a roll.
Smooth like butter.
Speaking of dad jokes, I had a customer at the day job today say, how do you know your cow is not listening to you?
How?
Because whatever you say goes in one ear and out the other.
Nice. I have another really good quote about being on a roll, and it's courtesy of Drake. A wise man once told me, life is like toilet paper. You're either on a roll or taking shit from some assholes. So shout out to being on a roll.
Now let me see you Tootsie Roll.
Right foot up, left foot slide. I have the emote in Fortnite, and I do it all the time. And whenever I one pump Johnny to the head, he gets so mad and I dance. He's like, "Fuck you!" It's so funny. All right, my second guy that I really do think can perform well this week, however, does come in with a major disadvantage. Nobody since I think like 15 years ago has a rookie player at the Century won their first event at Kapalua. Tom Kim comes into this year riding probably the hottest hand in golf in terms of over the last 3 months being able to go from temporary exemption to full-time member to two-time winner to President's Cup like savant, and then get invited to the Hero World Challenge and play around with Tiger. Probably had the shortest Corn Ferry, shortest rookie year of all time. Is technically he's considered a sophomore based on once you play around as a PGA Tour member in a year, you're considered a rookie. So technically he's in a sophomore year. This isn't like baseball where he has to accrue a certain amount of rounds and everything. So he's won 2 events.
That would be interesting if that was the case, though, for like determining like your status.
I mean, to be honest with you, like had he played a full year and been up against Cameron Young, like I mean, I'm pretty sure Tom Kim's going to be in the Rookie of the Year like voting this year. But technically, by definition, he's a sophomore. Like
he'd have a rookie card if we had, trading cards.
Tom Kim's stats alone in like 6 weeks is enough to kind of put Cameron Young like to chase his money, considering Tom Kim had 2 wins and Cameron Young had none, but he had like 5 runner-ups. So where's the equity here? I don't really know. But yeah, Tom Kim has just been exceptional in the last 4 months, and honestly is like slowly becoming one of my favorite golfers because he's younger than me and I can like grow up with him. And if let's just say he becomes the Korean Tiger, I'll be able to tell my kids one day, like, yeah, like I watched Tom Kim and his first win when he won the Wyndham. So,
yep,
yeah,
I'm with you on Tom Kim there.
Final guy for you.
I mean, it's hard to argue Tom Kim as my guy because he is my guy. But I mean, I'm gonna go with my guy that I talked about earlier that I think is gonna win a big boy, JT.
Justin Thomas does have one of the best track histories at Kapalua, and
it just feels like one of those years. Like, I don't know, like if he's gonna win the whole shebang or whatever, but like it feels like when you have that inclination like about any sport where it's like, oh, it feels like it's this guy's year to win like the MVP or like this guy's year to set career mark. Like this feels like a Justin Thomas year. Like 2023 feels like a JT year.
I'm going to throw a ridiculous dart at the wall, and I could very well get on Old Things Exposed very fast here.
Friend of the program.
I think JT will be in the running for yet another win at the Players. He'll be in the running for the Masters. He'll be in the running for the U.S. Open. And I really do think that he'll be a top 3 player going into the playoff, and at the Tour Final very well could win. Jason Sobel said it on his podcast the other day. He said that when it hits mid-December, there comes a point where like I've seen enough golf shots like last me a lifetime. And when you watch Justin Thomas, when you watched him at the PNC with his dad, like he was dialed and he wasn't even trying.
Mm-hmm.
When you're that good and you aren't trying, I can only imagine how good you're going to be when you actually are in competition and you got to fucking work your ass off to try and gnaw out a win. That's the kind of guy that I really like to see when it comes to Justin Thomas, and I think this is why he's going to be so good. Final guy though, before we jump over to the betting side of things, Sahith Theegala, someone that you really have to talk about when it comes to a strong fall swing. He has 3 top 6 finishes in that fall swing. He hasn't gotten a win, but he'll come into this event because he qualified through making the playoff and managing to accrue enough points to get him to this point. He was also in the field at the Tour Championship. So as a rookie, went from sponsor exemption to almost winning it to winning an event early on in his career. I really do think this is going to be a good shot for him to get that really hardcore competition early on, playing against the Rahms or the Schefflers of the world, to be able to kind of get his feet wet and build on already a really good fall swing where he didn't necessarily have the hardest competition, but now he can prove himself and go from the lower tier to the upper tier in a heartbeat. With that being said, we're an hour and 3 into this show. We got to talk all things betting. We got a lot of bets to talk about. We got a lot of prop bets, particularly. And this segment, of course, brought to you by our friends at PickUp. Sign up with your phone number. It's all you need to get betting right now. You can bet the headlines, bet everything. All bets are made by users and the site. You bet them, you win them, you win prizes. And if you're in a sport that does have, in a state that does have legalized gambling, you can turn your wins into cash. That's right, and gift cards for any sportsbook you want, or for the most part, plenty of them. Again, PickUp. Follow them online at Play Pickup and go sign up with your phone number and start betting today. Our first bet, KB. Again, like we had said, 20 under par is usually where guys go and better. Last year we saw 7 players finish at 25 under or better. Prop number 1, over under 7.5. So we're going to go 1 up to 8 players to shoot below 25 under par.
Sure, why not? It's life's too short to bet the under.
Life is too short to bet the under. And actually, you know what? You bring up a good point about life being too short. I should have said this at the top of the show. But we give our prayers to DeMar Hamlin.
Yes.
I totally blanked on the last name. Horrible situation. Shows you that life is simply too short, and that you need to live every day like it's your last. So we want to give our
did get an update from his uncle
prayers
tonight that
I saw that.
He's on 50% oxygen. They did flip him on his stomach to kind of help alleviate the pressure on his lungs and everything.
Yeah.
Still on a ventilator, still with the tube in his throat and everything, but it's a positive sign. With myself having dealt with, and this is totally separate. DeMar Hamlin's situation completely different. But my dad was in a similar situation with a vent, intubated when he had COVID to help his lungs with pneumonia. That was part of his COVID battle. So it's a good sign that like they're able to do that and, kind of help him move a little bit and, that it's down to 50% and he's starting to, get a little bit of, breathing on his own. That's a positive sign. So definitely, positive signs there. We'll also link DeMar's, GoFundMe charity in the description on there. It's like over $4 million now.
$5 million now.
So
yeah,
incredible.
They said the power of Twitter.
They said last night GoFundMe at the peak was taking in $5,000 a minute.
Yeah, it's nuts. I mean, I also heard something about GoFundMe. So GoFundMe actually takes money out of the overall campaign because they have to stay profitable. They're actually probably going to give all the money back in. Because they don't want this to go to them. It belongs to go somewhere else. Prop number 2 here. Any opening season aces, any in the first round? We did not see any in the first round last year. But is somebody in this field going to somehow pull one out in the opening day, possibly, or just in general, this week? In the first,
it would be unethical to go anti-brand.
Yeah.
So, yes, somebody's going to do it.
And if no one does it, it's going to be me on PGA Tour 20.
Exactly.
Which I'm going to play this week. I'm going to post the highlights as I get them. So be on the lookout for that. I will play the Plantation course at Kapalua. Prop number 3. Top 5 at this event. There's a star-studded cast of Americans in this field. To give you an idea, top of the odds board, Scotty, Xander, JT, Patrick, Tony, keep going down, Colin, Jordan Speed, Cameron Young, Mass Homa, Zalatoris, Burns, like ridiculous numbers. Will we see more Americans in the top 5 or the field, essentially anyone else in the world, making the top 5?
I'm going to go American.
I absolutely agree. Yeah, there's just no way that it doesn't happen that way. Will the winner have longer odds than plus 3,000? As of right now, according to the odds board, plus 3,000 or better. You start with, who else? Sahith Theegala, Billy Horschel, Seamus Power, Aaron Wise, Corey Connors, K.H. Lee, Keegan Bradley, and Russell Henley. In the past, the winner has not superseded plus 2,000 odds, has succeeded plus 2,000 odds, but has never been any further than plus 4,500. So what do you think?
I'm gonna say no.
I think you might see someone get close. Someone by the name of Adam Scott, plus 6,000. I think he'll. This is his year, and he's gonna be wearing a lot of tan this year. Get ready for that, man. A lot of tan. You know what? Screw it. We're taking a break. Beer money can wait. On the other side, beer money, Kenwood beer. We're going to be pounding them, and we're going to be giving you the best bets of the week for the Century Tournament. Jamie's, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right here on the Get in the Hole podcast. My girlfriend sent me a video, TikTok, with the background song being Any Guy You Want by Big Time Rush. And I realize now how much of a bop that song actually is.
I'll allow it.
I also I knew that he played him, but thinking back on it, how Nickelodeon managed to get Chris Kirkpatrick of NSYNC to play Chip Skylark. Fire.
before we get into beer money, I was just thinking about this because I remembered this tweet. 2023, obviously, Happy New Year, everybody. But 2023 is the year, Steve, allegedly, early this year, we get the PGA Tour Netflix doc, which we got a review on this show, streamer season collab.
When is that set to launch?
So I just was Googling it during the break, and Chad Mum, who I think is like one of the producers, tweeted on November 9th of 2022, we haven't announced the date other than to say, quote, early next year, and then said to this person's second question, which is, what single event / scene do you predict will blow up on here, being Twitter? He said, in response to your second question, I'm sworn to secrecy, but there's a moment in episode 2 that has, quote, and I took that personally vibes that my money is on for blowing up.
Personally,
which is from The Last Dance with Michael Jordan, and I took that personally.
I don't think. Well, if they chronicle the whole year, it would have to be early on in the year.
Let's see if anybody responded to that.
I have to think about that, but definitely, like, I took that personally is definitely like a Rory wins the RBC Canadian Open kind of vibe, but that was too late in the year to kind of fit that. I would have to think long and hard about exactly what moment that would be, and I feel like it'd be some point. It has to be like after the early on swing, maybe like Bay Hill. I'll just say whatever. Anyways, folks,
Chad Mum's DMs on Twitter are open too. We should try to get him on the show.
I would love to get Chad Mum on the show. If we get the PGA show around the same time I get to watch Outer Banks season 3, I might not work in my office for 2 weeks. Catch my ass right here, working from home, intermittently watching these shows while I work.
Along with like Mandalorian season 3.
I hope my employer isn't watching this. God. Beer Money brought to you by our friends over at Kenwood Beer, Philadelphia's #1 light beer. Get your Kennies, strap in. Be sure to check out where you can get your Kennies on the Kenny Tracker and check them out at kenwoodbeer.com. And
you can get them at the Wells Fargo Center now. If you're in Philly, you can get the big Kennies.
Unfortunately, I'm not, but
big Kennies at the Wells Fargo. Well, when you come down, you come to either a Sixers or Wings game or something, or Flyers, big Kennies at the Wells Fargo Center.
Absolutely. KB, lead it off here. Top 20 pick at Kapalua.
Ooh, top 20. Let's see here.
Any kind of guy you want, girl, that's the kind I'll be.
Top 20.
Upside down.
I'm going to go. Give me Willie Z top 20.
That's too easy a pick, bro.
Minus 180 is where I have it with the fancy thing that I use. So I'm gonna go Willie Z. A little safe there for top 20, but
what are the odds sitting for Adam Scott?
Adam Scott. Let's see. Did I miss his name? Yes, I must have. Adam Scott. The odds I have are minus 120.
Send it.
Full send.
Send it. I want Adam Scott. Adam Scott top 20 for me is the play. Top 10 bet for you.
Top 10. Let's see. Top 10 finish. I'm going to go with Mr. Electricity, Victor Hovland at plus 140.
Okay. Give me the odds for Matt. Actually, no. Give me the odds for Jordan Spieth, the odds for Patrick Cantlay, and Xander Schauffele.
So Jordan Spieth, I have plus 175.
Okay.
Xander, I have minus 133.
Okay.
And Cantlay was the other?
Yep.
Let's see. Am I missing his name? Here we go. Minus 133 as well.
How about Sanjay Im and Sam Burns?
Sanjay Im at plus 130 and Sam Burns at plus 165.
Give me Sanjay at the good number. Top 5 and top 8 in his 2 trips here. I think he can do some damage. Top 10 is, I think, a safe play. Top 5.
Top 5. I'm going to go with I'm going to say Tom Kim top 5. Plus 180.
Okay.
Well, plus 180 I should say plus 180 is his top 10 odds, so it's probably a little better. I just don't have a top 5 on here.
Do you have any top 5?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I do.
No, you do.
Pause. It was just for some reason below top 20. Top 5. Tom Kim is plus 450. Top 5. So yeah,
Give me top 5 plays for odds for Xander.
Xander's at plus 260.
Rahm.
John Rahm is plus 188.
And JT.
And JT is plus 260.
The longest odds I'm going to assume is Xander, right? Yeah.
Xander's also plus 260.
All right, give me Xander top 5. That gimme pick, the safe bet.
The gimme pick. I'm gonna say the gimme pick will be Corey Connors will be the top Canadian finish at plus 125.
Okay.
Granted, there are 3 Canadians. Yeah, there's 3 Canadians. Corey Connors is going to be the top Canadian finisher.
Jordan Spieth's won here twice, and there's no reason why he shouldn't finish top 20. That's a easy pick. What are the odds there?
Jordan Spieth top 20 is
it's plus money. I will chew that every day.
Jordan Spieth, where are you?
Top 20.
Minus 165.
Oh shit, that's bad. All right,
it's the best odds anywhere else. Everything else is minus 225 or worse.
Really?
Yeah. Minus 165 is on a little blue sports book.
That's tough. What's Sam Burns for top 20 then?
Sam Burns, top 20. Load more. Where is Sam Burns? Minus 220.
Really? He's lower? Oh, fine. All right, then Spieth. Easy. Spieth top 20.
Yeah.
How the hell is Sam Burns better odds for a top 20?
The first plus money odds for top 20 is Kyung-Hoon Lee at plus 105. Tom Hoagie, JT Poston, Scott Stallings.
That sucks.
Scott Stallings plus 140. Mackenzie Hughes, JJ Spawn, Adam Svensson, Sepp Straka, your boy Trey Mullinax.
What terrible odds. That's disgusting.
Luke List, and then a couple other guys.
Yeah, Luke List can't hit a putt, so most certainly would never take him. Yeah, I'm going to have to go there. All right. Winner of the week. Who you taking?
JT.
I am so inclined to bet either John Rahm or Justin Thomas.
I have John Rahm at plus 650 just about everywhere except one spot, and then JT is plus 1100 except for one spot.
All right, so metrics here, right? I'm gonna bet 3 outrights this week. I'm gonna bet Xander. I'm gonna bet Rahm. And I'm gonna take Justin Thomas.
Xander, I also have at plus 1100.
Nobody since Daniel Chopra, which was 15 years ago, has ever won this event in their first time playing it. So 11 players are already out of the field. That includes Tom Kim, Matt Fitzpatrick, Cameron Young, Will Zalatoris, and Sahith Theegala. So they're already out of the picture. Don't have to worry about them. As far as someone who loves playing here, right? We're not going to see a lot of rain. We're going to see it on Wednesday. The ball will bounce. The ball will travel. Over the last 8 editions of this event, 7 have been won with a score of at least 20 under par. Justin Thomas is currently the 3rd best putter on tour. Low price superstar, experience on the course, post birdies and bunches. I'm actually going to join you and take Justin Thomas.
I do have a sprinkle play just because, you brought him up for your gimme pick, and I just like these odds as a winner. Plus 2,800 is the best here, the lowest being plus 2,200. Give me a little sprinkle of cheddar on the big man from Texas, Jordan Spieth.
I totally agree with you. If there's anybody who I'm going to take a flyer on for a pick as like a long odds player, Sungjae Im is most certainly there. Hideki Matsuyama fits the mold here too.
Hideki at plus 4,000, by the way.
If I'm going to give you like 4 really confident bets, I will give you Justin Thomas. I'll give you Jon Rahm, but Jon Rahm's too low of odds, so I'm not even going to bother with him. Xander has a win here before, Jordan Spieth, and I will absolutely bet Sungjae Im at his long odds. Maybe Hideki at 4,000. It really just comes down to can the putter sustain?
You can get Sungjae at plus 2,000.
I love that.
And the worst, like the lowest I'm seeing is plus 1,600, but the best I'm seeing is plus 2,000 for Sungjae Im.
Book it. I want it. Plus 2,000 right there, Sungjae Im. But I will take Justin Thomas as my official pick. But I would love to see Sungjae Im get a win this week.
Yeah.
KB, final thoughts before we bounce out here. We've been going on for a while, bro.
Final thought. We have somebody new joining the Get in the Whole universe.
We are
officially announced today. Very excited about that. That'll be happening next week, I believe.
Yeah, we finally found a co-host, possibly going to come on next week for a test run. We're going to see how things go. He's new to the podcasting game, but does have over 17,000 followers on TikTok. Does own his own account. We'll be posting a lot of stuff there. He's also starting a golf blog actually on that account. So that's going to basically be kind of it's going to say separate to Get in the Hole itself.
Yeah, he still has that IP, but his brand is like it's like under our umbrella, if you will.
So he'll be doing a lot of content for us, a lot of promotion for us as well. He's going to be posting Get in the Hole clips to his TikTok, to his Instagram pages. So all that's going to really be going there. As far as we go, we don't totally have a big presence necessarily on Instagram or TikTok. So
working on that is a final thought for me. Instagram and clips for all of our shows are going to get revamped this year.
But expect a lot of videos going to his TikTok as well as those shorts being posted to our YouTube channel. So a lot more Get in the Hole content to be had. My goal this year, honestly, resolution, make Get in the Hole the #1 show on this network, and I am determined to outbeat the main pod. I'm sorry, I love you.
I love the competition. Like that fuels all of us. That makes all of us better. Like I want that fire from all of our shows. We have the main pod that is like the foundation of everything. We have OTB as a pillar. I've told you off pod, and I've said it on this pod. Get in the Hole has the opportunity to be like the next OTB for us that like is a foundation piece for this company. And like Underground Golf and Get in the Hole being like a massive brand is in my visions, and I dream about it and I want it. And I know you're the guy to help drive it because you have that fucking passion that I have, that DJ has, that Matt has, that Dom and Dylan have. Like, you're my fucking guy, and I love you, and I know it's possible.
Hey. Step aside, all of y'all. I'm coming for your throats.
I love it. Like this, that's what I want. I love the passion. I love it. It's year 5 of Underground, too.
Jesus.
Big things. Big things.
This is technically season 3 of Get in the Hole when you think about it, for me at least, which is like weird.
Yeah, it's your second full season?
Yeah, second full season, but I joined in the PGA 2 years ago when Phil won. Actually, I joined the week after he had won it, and I faded him to miss the cut, and he fucking did. And I got so much heat for it on social media. They were like, "Oh, what do you mean he just won?" I said, "I don't give a shit. This guy's gonna flop the following week." But yeah, that's all. I'm coming for all you guys.
This brand is going to be like we have so many projects planned for this brand too. Like in 2023, that one like we'll be probably announcing in probably like 3 months. You know about it.
I hope I know about it.
Yeah, you definitely know about it. Like we're working on the semantics and everything, but like I want this pod to succeed because I see the vision. I see it being like in that echelon of the top golf brands, and like it is like that thing that I want that like that fun rivalry too with streamer season where it's like the lower, up and coming brands started around the same time. Like both of those, like streamer season, Get in the Hole are iconic because they're pandemic babies. Yeah. Like they were born in the midst of that, and like brain children of mine while I was slaving away for the man during a pandy,
for the man
with no hazard pay. And I was like, these two shows are like, they can be things, and I still believe in that, and I want that to happen this year so much, and I think they are on that trajectory.
The Get in the Hole streamer season crossover episode specifically for the PGA is going to be a elite episode, and I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, that's totally happening this year.
All right, one final thing, but before we go, I want to give a shout out to everyone at Underground Sports Philadelphia. 5 years is a pretty big freaking deal. Very proud to be a part of this group as they approach their 5-year birthday. Technically, I'm still only a toddler. I'm only 3 years old, but
we're all toddlers technically.
Yeah, well,
we're not even in kindergarten yet.
Yeah, but like in dog years, we're like 35, so it's like a different story.
Yeah,
but just really proud of everyone here. Really excited for another year. Stay tuned. Please follow us on all social media, all YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, literally anywhere that we have a pulse somewhere. Follow it, talk about it, tell your friends about it, and we are very excited for next week. We're going to bring on Jake. I think it's like Dippold. I think his last name is former college baseball player.
I love that crossover.
So pretty intense, like wacky crossover. Go follow him and go check out his stuff at PitchNChips.
He's going to help us get through the LIVPGA fucking lawsuits.
Dude, it's going to be fucking amazing. I've already asked the questions about like law brief. I'm like, bro, you're going to break the whole fucking thing. I said, like, the one thing I needed was a sports lawyer, and all of a sudden now we got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited. PitchNChips, follow it everywhere.
And when Get in the Hole gets caught for money laundering, thanks for listening to Get in the Hole, the official golf podcast of Underground Sports Philadelphia. Catch us every week wherever you get your favorite podcasts, and be sure to like and subscribe on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Get in the Hole Pod, and follow Underground Sports Philadelphia at Underground PHI. We'll see you next time, and remember, get in the hole!